Hello, in this video I'll show you how to remove and replace the front control arm bushings on Kia Ceed. The control arm that I'm talking about is this one right there. I'm going to be replacing the two rear bushings. In order to replace the bushings, first we need to remove the control arm from the car. The control arm is held by one nut right there where the ball joint is, and two bolts, one on this bushing right there, and one bolt on the other bushing on the front of the control arm, which is right there. First I'm going to remove the nut holding the control arm to the ball joint. Next I'm going to hit the control arm with the hammer a couple of times so that it gets released from the ball joint. And now with this bar I'm going to lower the control arm and take the ball joint out of it. Next I'm going to remove the two bolts holding the control arm on the rear side. That's one of the bolts right there, and there's there's a nut on the back, so we need a wrench as well in order to remove the nut. I'm going to put the wrench on the nut, and I'm going to use the pneumatic gun to remove the bolt. That's the nut removed, and now we can take out the bolt. If the video is useful, please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Next we're going to remove the other bolt on the other bushing. We again need a wrench in order to hold the nut on top while we remove the bolt. And that's the bolt removed. Next we're going to remove the control arm. To remove the control arm we're going to use a pry bar to pry it out. And that's the control arm out. Next we're going to be removing this bushing and replacing it with a new one. In order to remove it we need a ring like this that's a bigger diameter than the bushing, which we're going to put it on the bottom, and then we need another ring that's a little bit smaller diameter than the outer diameter of the bushing, and put it on top, and then use the hydraulic press to push it out. Like I said, the ring on top is smaller diameter, a little bit smaller diameter than the outer diameter of the bushing, and the ring on the bottom is bigger diameter than the diameter of the bushing. And now we're going to push out the bushing. Here you can see when we press it with the press, the ring is going down, so that means that the bushing is going down. And as the ring all the way down, that means the bushing is out. And that's the old bushing. Now we're going to clean the space, the place where the bushing is sitting. Maybe lubricate it with grease a little bit. If it's in very bad condition, clean it with sandpaper, then lubricate it a little bit, and then put the new bushing on. When installing the new bushing, we're again going to put a ring underneath the control arm that's bigger diameter than the bushing. It's going to stay onto the control arm, and on top we're going to put a ring that's the same diameter as the bushing. And now we're going to press the new bushing in. Now that everything is set straight, we're going to push the bushing in. And that's the bushing in all the way. Now we're going to remove all the rings, and you can see that the bushing is in all the way. Next we're going to remove the other bushing. To remove this bushing we need to push it out again, but before being able to push it out, first we need to cut this part of the bushing that's coming out of the bushing. In order to cut it, I'm first going to make some space. In order to be able to cut it, I'm going to use this chisel to make space so that I can cut it then afterwards. And now I'm going to cut that part of the bushing, and then I'm going to push it out. I think all the metal part of the bushing is cut out. Now I'm going to go again onto the hydraulic press and push out the bushing. This time the bushing is going to come up, so on the bottom I'm putting a socket that's a little bit smaller diameter than the bushing, than the metal part of the bushing, and on top I'm putting that ring that's bigger diameter than the bushing, so that when we push the bushing it's gonna go into that ring. Here we can see the socket is going in, so that means the bushing is going up. The bushing hasn't gone out completely, so I'm going to put another socket underneath so that when I push it, then it will come out all the way. And that's the bushing out. Now I'm going to replace it with a... Before putting on the new bushing, again clean the place where the bushing is sitting on the control arm. Use sandpaper if needed, and then lubricate it. And now we're going to put on the new bushing. To put on the new bushing, I'm going to press it in from the top to bottom. So on top I'm putting a ring then that is as big diameter as the bushing, and on bottom it's the ring is the diameter of the ring is as big as a little bit bigger than the diameter of the control arm where the bushing is sitting. And now I'm just going to press it in all the way. And that's the new bushing installed. Now I'm going to put the control arm back on the car. Next we're going to put the control arm back on the car. To put the control arm back in its place, you might need to hammer it a little bit, maybe use a pry bar a little bit, and then put the bolts in. Next we're going to put the bolt for the smaller bushing on the control arm. We need to put it right into place, and we're going to put on the bolt, but don't tighten it just yet. Before tightening it, first we need to lift up the suspension and then tighten the bolt. Next we're going to put the ball joint into the control arm, put on the nut and tighten it. We're also going to tighten the bolt on the bigger bushing of the control arm, and the only bolt left to tighten is the bolt on the other bushing, which is right there. In order to tighten that bushing, first I'm going to get a transmission jack and lift up the suspension, and then we're going to tighten the bolt. If you tighten the bolt with the suspension down, then when the car is driving, then the bushing will be under pressure and it will break very easily. So make sure you lift up the suspension and then tighten the bolt. Hopefully the video was helpful. Please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.